Being 6:30, I would like to call the Select Board meeting of June 5th, 2024 to order by roll call, please.
Smith present.
Cranston present.
Newman present. Those who are able, please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Has everybody had a chance to read through the meeting minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
I'd make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes of May 22nd, 2024.
Second.
All those in favor?
Smith, aye.
Cranston, aye.
Newman, aye.
Done.
So first up on our agenda, we have the appointment of a new Sterling police officer. Did you want to introduce Chief Gaudette?
Sure. So, give a little bit of backstory for the people that don't follow our Facebook page. About 3 months ago, Officer Bork, who had been with us almost 20 years, had announced his retirement. And actually, we have a pending, Scott Johnson has announced in July he's going to be looking to leave too. So I tasked Sergeant Bluff with running the hiring process to get some good applicants. This day and age, it's pretty hard to get people to line up at the door, and we weren't sure what we would get. And I have to be honest, we had an amazing crop of candidates. We had 13 qualified people, and the command staff, who did an excellent job, a very tough decision. There were 5 people that they absolutely thought would have fit in here. And I'm not sure how they came to their final conclusion, but somebody had to rise to the top. In this case, it was Drew from Holden. Drew's been in Holden for 4 years. Come on over. Drew's been in Holden for 4 years. He has a double major in criminal justice and sociology. And come to find out, since I wasn't really part of the initial process, he lives in town. And just so I get it right, his grandparents raised his mother and his uncle on Bean Road, and his uncle and family still live here in Sterling on Sweat Hill Road. So he has a long connection that we didn't even know at the beginning of it. But again, there were some really good quality people that if you told me tonight I could hire 5 people, we would absolutely go grab them, and Drew was the best of the best.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Do you want to, I know Chief Gaudette already introduced you and kind of told us everything. Is there anything else
Sure,
you'd like to
yeah.
add?
So I went to Wachusett. I grew up in Jefferson, the nicer part of Holden, we'll say. More country-esque side, right? Kind of similar to Sterling. I graduated in 2014. I went on and went to Plymouth State. I played lacrosse up there. I was a co-captain. Came back. I was lucky enough to get on with Holden, where I spent 4 years there, and saw this opportunity and couldn't pass it up. So that's where I am today. But I'm very excited to be here, and thank you guys for giving me a very warm welcome.
Thank you.
And my beautiful wife Sarah is here. Just gonna yell first.
Any questions from the board for Drew?
I'm just wondering how you're actually going to fit in that you're now going to be the tallest.
Sergeant Pomeroy does not like that. That was a hiring decision right there.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've always had taller people in my life, so you're fine. No, but welcome to Sterling, and it's a great crew.
Thank you.
Every single one of those guys, good to work with from what I see. So, welcome.
Thank you.
I also just want to welcome you to Sterling, and I really want to congratulate Sean and the entire department to get a portfolio of the type of applicants that you had. It says a lot for your department and the community. So,
I'd say thank you for choosing Sterling, and I can tell right off the bat that you are a perfect fit. So thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much.
You don't have to stay for the whole meeting, so.
All right.
But again, and honestly, thank you, the rest of the department guys that came in to welcome you, Drew. I appreciate them showing up. All of them. Not all of them, thank goodness. We couldn't figure it out. But yeah, appreciate that, gentlemen.
I would welcome a motion that we appoint Officer Drew Lederer to Sterling PD.
I would second that.
All those in favor?
Yeah.
Smith, aye.
Cranston, aye.
Newman, aye. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next up on our agenda, we have the winners of the Maria Houghton Scholarship, the scholarship for $500. We had 5 candidates, and I was part of the committee that helped to narrow it down to our 2 winners. 5 great candidates, and I'm happy to welcome Andrew Gibson here, who was one of our winners. If you'd like to take the podium and tell us a little bit about yourself, where you'll be going and what you'll be studying.
Thank you for recognizing me. I'm Andrew. I will graduate tomorrow actually from Wachusett, and I'm going up to Bentley in Walden. I'm planning on studying marketing. So that's kind of my plans and about me. Yes.
Awesome, thank you very much. And I believe you have many siblings, yes?
Yes, actually. 4 siblings. We all work at the summer lake camp for the rec department and stuff, so I'm sure people know them and the family, so.
Thank you for that work. Anybody have any questions?
Congratulations on your achievements.
Thank you.
This award
Yeah, thank you so much.
in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Are you the oldest, Andrew?
No, my sister Abby goes
Okay,
to
yeah.
University of Vermont right now.
There you go.
Second oldest.
Are you gonna be living on campus, or?
I will be, yeah. So,
Wow. Quiet around there. Yeah, but then they all come home.
I know.
Their grocery bill just goes. So, congratulations, Andrew.
thank you.
And I'm happy to present you with your check for $500 in your name, so your parents can't take it.
No, I thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations tomorrow. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, enjoy tomorrow. Fun.
Do we have Megan Morrissey? Is she going to try to?
Is Megan coming tonight?
I heard that she was coming.
Okay. Oh,
All
well.
right, well, we will hold off. If she shows up, we will make sure she is recognized. And next up on our agenda is Laura Simpson from the Harmony Fund, and she'll be talking about some potential turtle crossing signs for Greenland Road.
Bye-bye, take care.
Thanks for speaking with me tonight. I'm sorry I couldn't be here at the last meeting, but yeah, I've been in Sterling for, gosh, over 20 years now, and I often drive along that road, you know, going from the school back, you know, to the center of town, well, my center of town here, West Sterling, and at least every other night, there's a turtle in the road. It's just this time of year, there's so many crossings, and ducklings ran across in front of my car the other night, and I've seen bobcats there, and those wetlands are just perfect habitat for so many species, so many wild animals there. And I think most of them do all right, but of course the turtles, because of being turtles, they're moving so slowly that they're just getting decimated because there's so many people driving through really fast. And I don't know if it's residents or out-of-towners, but the speed at which they go through that road is, you know, unfortunately not conducive to survival of the turtles. I've tried a few times recently, in fact, to like stop my car and try to stop the oncoming car, and I think a lot of the turtles, you know, you look at like red-eared sliders and things that are low profile, they look like a stone, you know, they don't look like a tortoise with a big round shell. So people don't always even realize they're looking at an animal, and you know, the metabolic systems of turtles are such that they can live with catastrophic injury for days, things that a mammal would die instantly, the turtle continues to survive and suffer. So I was thinking that if we put up some turtle crossing signs, something that just would call people's attention so that they're looking for, you know, these animals as they go down the road, it might help to reduce some of the, you know, injuries and the mortalities. It would be kind of on par with, you know, the right to farm signs that we have in town that are really, it's nice, it's welcoming, it's, you know, symbolic of caretaking of our community. And I think the same with protecting the wildlife. It's not like a McDonald's sign or something that's really, we don't necessarily want to look at in our town, but I think it would blend nicely and be something respectful and helpful, so.
Whereabouts on Greenland were you proposing?
So there's that stretch of like wetlands, which goes from, well, there's like a place where a lot of RVs are parked. I don't know, there's not really addresses there, but just past that is where the wetlands kind of starts, and it goes down a pretty long stretch of, I don't know, a few hundred feet, and then it kind of, there's a house and then the road banks, and it seems to clear up. So I could go with somebody from the DPW and kind of show them, but it would be there's kind of a clear delineation of where the wetlands are and where like housing and, industrial places are. So it would just be like at either end of that, just so people are kind of looking, and maybe we can make an impact.
They'd be mounted on telephone poles or on trees, or would they be on their own?
Telephone pole, I suppose you could, I don't know. I was assuming they would be on, a standard road sign metal pole, but I suppose maybe there's something already there that we could mount them on. I didn't really look to see.
Right. Any questions?
So how many signs are you proposing? Just two?
Well,
One on either end?
I think we could try that. I mean, I certainly would be happy to do one in the middle too, but if the objective, I think, I was told there might be an objective to keep the number of signs down, we could certainly do one on each end. It's hard because the road kind of turns a bit, so it's not ideal, but it would be definitely better than what we have now, which is just like zero awareness of the wildlife that are there. So I'm hoping that it would make a difference.
Have you talked to Ryan over at the DPW about this, or?
No?
I do think that that's a place that you would want to go and check, because obviously you're going to have, how long do they last when the plows start going by and throwing snow on them and things like that?
Well, these would be regular road sign, like a stop sign or anything like this. Is like industrial quality road signs that should last for many, many years. It wouldn't be, like a homemade sign. These are
Right.
real signs. So it should, I knock on wood, hopefully last a long time.
And you're proposing to pay for this through the Harmony Fund?
Through my charity organization, yeah. We primarily work on international animal rescue, and that's the main focus, but certainly we do work with wildlife, and since I'm here and I'm seeing these casualties so often, I thought, well, there's got to be something we can do, just a small gesture to perhaps, help people to notice what's on the road before it's too late.
I would welcome a motion that we accept the donation of the turtle crossing signs for Greenland Road.
I would amend that as long as the DPW is on board with it.
And my department possibly.
Yeah.
So then I would welcome a motion that we accept the donation of the turtle crossing signs for Greenland Road under the condition that it is coordinated with DPW and/or the light department.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Anyone in the audience here to speak on this matter?
What would be my next step then? Who do I need to contact, or is that something you guys bring up?
We could help get you in contact with Ryan, the DPW, just to
Right.
check in, and if he feels that you need to contact anyone at the light department, depending on where the placement would be,
Sure.
we can help get you in contact with the people that you need to be in contact
Okay,
with.
perfect. I can go out and meet with him, and we can just walk it and take a look. Okay. Well, thank you all very much. Thank you.
So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Smith, aye.
Grants and I.
Aye. Thank you, Laura. Right, and Megan?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go back to our scholarship winners here. This is for the Maria Houghton Scholarship. And we have Megan Morrissey with us. If you'd like to take the podium and let us know where you'll be studying and what you'll be studying.
Sure. I'm going to UMass Amherst in the fall, and I'm studying early education. So yeah, probably secondary or elementary, I'm not sure yet, but yeah.
Thank you. Any questions?
Oh, don't go
for-
away yet.
There you go.
How was the beach?
Very nice. I'm all
Have you worked, done any work with the young kids yet as far as?
Yeah, I work at Sterling Nursery. I've been working there for 2 years. The little babies. Yeah.
That's an awesome career choice. We need good educators, so
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
congratulations on your achievements. Good luck with that.
Seriously. I am happy to.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you graduating tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
All right, congratulations and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And congrats to the folks.
Thank you again.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Next up, we need to establish the warrant dates for our potential special town meeting. Potential because we are still waiting for Princeton to vote. They are not having their town meeting until June 11th. So in the meantime, we need to have a plan. Our plan is for June 24th as a special town meeting, so we need to get our warrant open.
Yeah, so at this point, currently, we have nothing appropriated for the schools. So we have to go back and appropriate the entire amount that wasn't approved at town meeting. Unless Princeton were to vote it down, then the school committee has to come back with a different number. So we're looking at the 24th, which we selected at our last meeting, so we have to have a warrant opening and closing date, which we can have perhaps the business hours tomorrow, and that way we can get it posted by Monday, which would allow for the 24th. Everything else has been set up with, have we heard back from the school yet?
I have not.
SLCT and everybody else is good to go.
So I would welcome a motion that we open and close our warrant tomorrow, June 6th, open of business day and close of business day,
8 to 5.
8 to 5.
And it'll be the same article as Article 2 for the annual.
Seconded.
Anybody here to speak on this agenda item? All right, hearing nobody, all those in favor?
Smith, aye.
Krantz and I.
Aye. All right, and next up is our liaisons. So we have our liaison list from the previous year. I don't know if anybody ran into any trouble making it to any of their meetings. I know myself, a couple of them were often on the same day, and so there was some picking and choosing. Want to try and eliminate the need to have to choose between the two if possible. So if anybody here has anything they want to let me know about how they fared with their liaison duties.
I'm very comfortable staying the course of what I had last year.
I have a potential, I've left yours the same, because I know that you are crunched for time often. Maureen, I was wondering if you would be willing to take on the Board of Health, which I had, because I see you at the meeting, so I figure you're able to make it. I'll be taking things away from you too, it's okay.
I will risk a
So what I have you
meeting
down.
violation after this meeting to talk to you.
So I have you down potentially for fair, which you had.
Yeah.
ZBA is Tuesdays, recreation, which you had is Wednesdays, and then potentially Board of Health, which is Thursdays. EDC is now meeting quarterly. I thought perhaps we could share those duties.
It's a morning meeting anyway.
Right, so maybe that could be one of our joint
Ventures.
ventures, yes.
So, okay, and the fair committee, I don't usually get involved with them until,
Next month.
yeah, mid-July to the end of July. So I'm fine with that.
And you do have light and energy, but I noticed it doesn't, I don't see any of their meetings listed, so.
Yeah, since Matt got here, he
Right.
seems to have it under control.
So I figured that you may be
Just
okay
dying for the
with
Board of
that.
Health?
I myself will keep the library.
Oh,
The
that's
Council
nice.
on Aging. I also have the MRPC.
Yeah.
And then I added, which I feel like would be beneficial, I added Concom to our list, just to make sure that we know what's going on while they do not have an agent. So I thought it would be good to kind of keep track of what's going on there. So if everybody is okay with those. Sure. Sure. So I have for myself, I have the Library, Conservation Commission, Council on Aging, and I am MRPC, which is not necessarily one of ours, but it is something that I need to attend on Thursdays. I took off the 1835, which I had, because they don't really meet any longer. They're almost done with all of that. But I can continue as long as they're continuing. And then for Maureen, we have the Fair Committee, the Zoning Board.
Okay, ZBA usually meets on Tuesdays. I can't do Tuesdays
Okay,
at all, ever.
okay, at all ever, all right?
Because I have to kill you.
We,
Just saying. That's the way it goes.
I can take ZBA then, you can put ZBA under me and I'll go between the two there if need be. So then Maureen will have Fair, Recreation, and Board of Health.
And the Lake Department and Energy if they decide to
Sure.
regroup.
Okay,
Same with the, like you with the 1835.
okay. And then David will stay with DPW, Water, Police, Fire, and Emergency Management.
And then jointly,
Jointly, we have Finance Committee, Capital Committee, Accounting and Treasury, and I have added the EDC.
you don't have to do that. I can still do EDC, it's Monday mornings, so, and it's quarterly, like you said, so.
All right, so if everybody is okay with those changes, I would welcome a motion to accept the changes to our liaison duties.
So moved.
Second,
All those in favor?
Smith, aye.
Cranston, aye.
Newman, aye. Thank you. Next up, we have our town administrator's report.
Special town meeting we've already mentioned. I guess our meeting schedule we determined at the last meeting would be June 26th and July 17th as our next ones. Should hopefully allow us to take care of most of the things between the holidays, since they all seem to fall on a Wednesday or day before on a Wednesday. Coming up, the biggest projects, one behind us on Maple Street with the granite sidewalk or curbing in the sidewalks. That's going along pretty smoothly. SMLD did have to change out a pole that they found needed to be replaced. The beach work, we kind of gone over that, and correct me if I missed anything. The erosion control work, include the rain garden, that seems to be working out very well. We got some new sod down, including past the infiltration pit at the end of Hall Ave, so that seems to be slowing down the water that we currently have. The parking lot's been regraded with stone dust, and it seems to be working pretty well. Grills, the replacement grills have been ordered, those are in. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks those will get installed. We'll be cleaning up the sheds, the exteriors, and then working on the signage there. SMLD and DPW have done some tree work. They have put in the parking area things and so that people don't drive over the new erosion control and sod and kill that. So it's been a lot and obviously the majority of it has to be done before the end of the fiscal year, so plugging right along. There'll be some gutters going up along on the sheds to stop, everything from dripping and rotting of the wood, and also causing any problems with the concrete. Obviously, let's see, what else have we done? The ADA grant last year took care of the bathrooms and the concrete pad and access there. Yeah, a lot of work. It's coming along nicely, and we'll get that
Really
cleaned
good.
up. Stump grinding. Is that everything?
They've added some loam in some of the low spots, so level that out.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Definitely,
Or
yeah.
the signage you mentioned.
Yeah.
The signage from the Lake Association for the boat ramp, are we gonna see that anytime soon, or?
Yeah, so we've got to change some of the wording that they have, and then we'll get it over here for the donation acceptance, hopefully at the next meeting. We're trying to get our signage needs to match up to theirs, and then just present it all at once. We're working with Connor Signs on that one, and they are. Other road work is happening around town: Roper Road, Hastings Road, Ridgewood, Westland Farm. One-stop grant application that was due today, so we did get that submitted. That was obviously a big EDC and select board and everybody priority for the last, 20 years or so. So we'll see how that goes. Looking at the end of year budget things and transfers coming up, next year capital items, getting those out. Working with Central Mass Planning, they do group joint procurement. We use them for the heating oil for those places that still use it. That came out this year. It was RJ McDonald. For next heating season, it'll be Fraticelli, so we've used them in the past, so shouldn't be anything new there. Working on the renewal for the fare insurance, so that's those are the major things. They are working on the elevator modernization work at the library currently, and waiting on a date for the lift to replace that. So it is a little bit of chaos over there. School, I think, ends 14th?
The 18th,
18th?
Flag Day.
So they'll be pretty much right after school starts or ends. It all blends together. They'll be working on the school security items there, which was a year ago capital item. I think those are the biggest items. We are going to receive some funds from the state relative to the September storms. So that'll offset some of the costs that we did incur, damage mostly to the Route 140 Pump House Road. So I think those are the major items so far. Is there any questions?
And welcome to Sterling Sign.
Welcome to Sterling Sign, the one that we did receive some grant funds or an earmark from the state on that. It has been installed over on the campground Route 12 intersection area. Somebody's in charge of the plantings that we're going to put out there. Not naming names. Comment, Kirsten. And then I know we approved the warrant opening and closing. I think we also have to approve the special town meeting warrant to sign as well, so that we can get that posted. As part of that last agenda item.
Do we have that with us?
You got it, right?
I have it up here. It's on it.
Welcome a motion that we approve the warrant for the June 26th special town meeting and sign it.
So moved.
Same.
All those in favor?
Smith, aye.
Krantz and I,
Hume and I.
still here.
Should we do a short caller?
All right, so any
Same here.
updates from either of you on any of the boards that you're responsible for?
Yeah, and then I have some questions. The BOH audit, the chair of the BOH wants to write to the DEP and see if they can help us with the audit, because as we know, any thing that came back from our RFP is way beyond the voters' expectations of $10,000, closer to 60, 70,000. So he's going to write a letter to DEP, and then he would like the audit committee to back him up with their signatures. And then if that doesn't work out, reaching out and looking at other Board of Health and maybe getting somebody in to look at ours for the policies and procedures that we use. One of the names that came up, of course, was the Neshoba Board of Health, see if they have anybody that can do it. But first, we're going to go to DEP. There's only 2 answers to the question, and one is yes, one is no. So then, just a shout out to Police, Fire, DPW, Ed McNamara, and the Legion for the Memorial Day. Went pretty smooth. Unfortunately, they couldn't control the weather, but we were one of the very few towns that actually had the parade and the ceremonies, which is a pretty prideful thing. And then Deb at the police station, 35 years, our longest Sterling employee as of tomorrow. And then I have questions about our cookout for the employees next week. What do you need, et cetera, and so on. Want to fill us in? Okay.
Right, so that, we're gonna do that at the fire station, correct? And we're gonna start serving for like 11:30. If that's acceptable to everybody.
12.
12? I heard 12.
Apparently it's not.
So I will be eating at 11:30.
The 3 of us leave at 11:30. Okay, so when you say salads, what are you looking for? Like potato and
Pasta
Pasta.
and a tossed salad, please?
pasta and a toast? How many people do we have, possibly?
50?
50?
Just never know who's gonna show.
Right.
Like, the whole fire department's not gonna be there, even though we're holding it at the fire station, because they've got a
Big
training.
training in West Boylston the same day.
So, yeah,
All right, anything else? Desserts?
well, we got that covered.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about, do we need some gluten-free options? I do know there's somebody at the DPW, somebody in the town hall,
We do?
so a couple of gluten-free options. Okay. Had to ask.
Do you sell gluten-free rolls at Meadowbrook by any chance?
No, but you can get them anywhere.
Anywhere? Okay. I want to make sure that they have, yeah.
Hannaford's has a good selection of, in their freezer.
Okay.
This is Monday, so it's too late for us to try and order through any of our vendors.
We just need a few. We
Yeah.
don't need a lot. Yeah, let's go.
I can pick them up and drop them off with the salads.
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of that. We have to go to the store anyways.
Okey doke.
Thank you.
Anything else,
No.
Dave?
I think we should be good.
And then also with the Board of Health, just so people know, I've seen it out on the website, I've seen it on Facebook, that there is going to be a hearing coming up in a couple of weeks for the subsurface disposal bylaws. So just be looking for that if you would like to attend that hearing. All right. And then we are at public session. Is anyone here for public session? All right. Nobody here. We can close the public session. And then I would welcome a motion.
I would make a motion to adjourn.
So move.
All those in favor?
Smith, aye.
Newman, aye.
Grant's and I. All right, thank you.